on this week's podcast, I am joined by model and presenter Olivia Attwood and Mia Luckie. Mia and Olivia try and get me on board with an Oura Ring.
I'm only like 5 days in.
Welcome to the best decision you've ever made.
So you love it too.
I'm like 3 or 4 years deep.
Olivia spills the secrets on her brand new series of Getting Filthy Rich.
When you're there holding the phone, offering to film for them, are they doing it literally in front of you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, and you're watching the whole shebang.
Yeah. We also chat about Justin Bieber.
That's what, Hollywood does. When someone looks like they're falling apart, everyone just zones in.
And one of your dilemmas, what to do if you are offered the dream job abroad but love your life in the UK.
What's the salary?
It's a really good one. Make sure you stay tuned. Welcome to the SheerLuxe Vodcast. I'm your host, Nana Acheampong, and today I am joined by presenter, personality and model Olivia Attwood and Mia Luckie. We are asking Olivia your questions, plus chatting all things news and noteworthy. But before we dive into all of that, please subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast. It really helps us out. But we're going to get into it by talking outfits first. Olivia, please, can you talk us through what you're wearing?
So if you're listening to purely on audio, I am wearing dungarees. This is a slightly niche purchase. They are Miu Miu, which is obnoxious as hell, but Nana did tell me before we started recording that this was an investment piece and that it never got out of fashion. So I feel better about my choice.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a white t-shirt like with some detail. I think it's Lisette.
Yeah.
Adidas XL Samba trainers. And that's it. My underwear Skims. It always is.
Good.
You cannot take it away from Kim.
Yeah, she did a job
She
there.
did it.
She did her thing.
It's good underwear.
Yeah. Where are your earrings from?
These are Albert Lion.
Very, very pretty. Mia, talk us through your outfit.
I've got COS grey, the best grey fitted tailored trousers. They're honestly such a good shape. Adidas Sambas also, Abercrombie grey long sleeve. And then this is, I wear this jacket all the time. It's Atelier 95. It's a really cool small brand in Manchester.
Yeah.
Love this jacket. And my Bottega dupe, Amazon, not Bottega earrings.
Oh, they are a good dupe.
Good, aren't they? Yeah.
Amazing.
I feel like Abercrombie's
Silver.
having a revival as well, isn't it?
I'm honestly obsessed with Abercrombie.
Yeah.
The jeans are unbelievable. All their jeans, so good.
I am wearing this blazer. It's kind of a khaki, stony colour from COS.
I love that.
Really oversized, great shape. Vest and skirt is from Clade.
Oh, I love their stuff.
Yeah, it's honestly so comfortable. It kind of gives Skims vibes.
Yeah, it does.
Knee-high snakeskin boots from Mango.
Stunning.
Is that recent, Cos?
That's what I was about to ask.
Yeah. Don't tell me it's like 3 years old. So
No, it's not 3 years old, but I did get it kind of probably about a year ago now.
It's
Yeah.
really nice.
Because I've seen it in white and black, but
Black,
not that colour.
Yeah, this colour just kind of
Lush.
like did more for me. Well, that is what everyone is wearing. We all look great. Love that for us.
Monday vibes. We look great.
Yeah, come on, affirmations. We're going to go into news and noteworthy and things that we've just been loving this week, this weekend. Mia, I'll start with you.
I am newly converted to an Oura Ring. I'm only like 5 days in.
Welcome to the best decision you've ever made.
So you love it too.
I'm like 3 or 4 years deep. Very soon after they launched, I was on it.
Really?
I am two people, okay? I'm either this club rat that like eats McDonald's and like chugs vodka, or I'm a health fanatic.
Yeah.
I sway between the two violently. But when I'm in my health era, the Oura Ring's great.
I feel like I have always looked at people wearing Apple Watches, and I feel like I'm going to offend people now.
Spy Kids.
No, literally, I can't. It looks like a piece of jewellery.
It does, and you look
I was
cool.
like, I can't look like a Spy Kid anymore.
Okay.
But
Wow.
I've never been able to get on board with it. And
Yeah.
I've got friends that I'll be on a
I'm
night out with, and
I'm
they're wearing the Apple Watch,
obsessed.
and I'm like, you're making me feel sick.
It looks
Like,
so bad in pictures. When you have the like original strap, like I had probably about 2 years where I just had that strap, and every picture I looked at, I was like, this is grossing me out.
It's
like,
not
this
like
is
giving cool, is it?
I saw once this like confirmation of photos, people wearing them at weddings.
Yeah.
Oh God,
With like
no.
formal wear and just like the Apple Watch. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, what are you doing? And also, my favourite thing about Oura Ring, I don't know how like deep into this you are, but is for the sleep.
Yes.
And I don't want to sleep in an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Whereas sleeping in a ring is like, I sleep
That's
in my rings
fine, yeah.
anyway.
Totally.
Are you enjoying it?
I'm really enjoying it. Sleep is the one thing I'm like
Yeah.
at the moment tracking and getting my head around.
Yeah.
Last night was really good sleep, which I'm glad. But Friday and Saturday
good.
night was rubbish. And then you can actually, you notice the difference.
Yes.
Which sounds really obvious, but it's quite good to like be aware and realise. And then the next day, check yourself, go to bed a little bit earlier if you can.
Yeah.
Wind down a little bit earlier. Get off your phone an hour before you go to bed. Like, I'm enjoying it. I feel like I'm going to get addicted to it. That's the problem.
I feel like some people say they get addicted like in a bad way. For me, I feel like it helped me massively with recovery because like you say, I became more obsessed in a good way with my sleep.
Yeah.
Because I think before my sleep hygiene wasn't great. Like you say, you notice things like a glass of wine. You don't go into REM sleep until like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, and then you start to take stock of the things that help you
do before
recover
bed.
and also don't help you recover.
Yeah.
If I put my phone away, which is very rare, I get an hour, but it's even half an hour of no screen light before I go to sleep, the difference it makes in your sleep cycles is insane.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh,
I'm
I
really
think
enjoying
I'd
it.
be one of those people that would get really
Would
addicted
The
to my
Ring's
sleep
ruling your
pattern.
life.
Yeah, because also I don't sleep that much.
Okay.
So
Do you not?
I only need like 5-6 hours.
I'm the opposite.
The Ring would be like, you are in danger.
Red zone.
This is it. So I'm like, do I really
You don't
need
want to
to
acknowledge it.
Yeah, I'm like, I just don't think I need to be told. Yeah, but I nap a lot. I always say naps are
Oh,
the
I've
key.
never been in that.
No, yeah, naps the key to my success.
Okay, fair enough.
So what time would you get a nap in? Like, what's an ideal nap time? Or would you do it any time?
I do it any time. That's it. Everyone's always like, you're at work. How do you nap? So I obviously don't nap here.
You come to this room at 3 o'clock.
It'd be a great place actually to have a nap.
But no, I can have a nap like on the tube.
What?
Yeah.
So you can sleep anywhere.
I can sleep anywhere.
No, that's wild.
Tube,
I'm the opposite.
bus, plane,
You will actually
whatever.
fall asleep like that on the tube.
Yeah, so I have my bag like on top of me, so no one's like
Arms round
yeah,
it.
no one's getting anything. And also, like, it's not a deep sleep because I'll be asleep, but I'll know
You're aware.
where my like.
So you
where
won't miss your stop?
No, I won't miss my stop.
That's
No,
crazy.
that's like a special skill.
I could be on my phone and I'll miss my stop.
I did that the other day. And then you do that embarrassed, like scramble for your things and run to the door and you're like, it's just embarrassing.
like, oh.
And then you get off and you're like,
Nothing
chill,
to see
I'm
here.
good, I'm all good.
Nothing to see.
That's an impressive skill, Nana.
So yeah, I'm gonna see about an Oura Ring. They
Okay.
do look really good. That's the
Yeah, I
great
think they're
thing.
cool. I mean, I forgot to put all my other rings on today. I don't normally walk around just one single ring
think-
on my
Yeah.
finger.
They would, like, say when you have other jewelry on, you can hide
can't
them in
notice
quite
it.
well.
Yeah.
But they are quite bulky.
Yeah.
There's a lot of software in there.
Love
Data's
that.
getting collected. My other thing I wanted to talk about was, and I feel like you can relate to this as well, that spectacles, glasses, prescription glasses are now
Yes.
cool in 2025.
Babe.
I am a glasses wearer.
Yeah.
I remember I wore my spectacles in Love Island Villa and it became a bit of a thing.
Yeah.
So I think anyone else who wore glasses were like, oh my God, I
Contacts.
just like, I would never think to bring my glasses in here because
Yeah.
like, embarrassing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And I was like, no, I've always like dug the vibe.
Yeah.
Like,
But you do look really good in glasses. You
Yeah.
do.
I can't. Because my eyesight is not great.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I've never really got on well with contacts. I do have a really hard time. So people always ask me if they're fashion or they have a lens. All my glasses have a lens, but I'm on that cusp where I wouldn't drive without them.
Yeah.
But like this is fine. And sure, close up I'm fine. It's just
Yeah.
at a distance.
Long
So if I went to
distance.
cinema, I'm thinking, oh, that's like this gonna bug out my experience. But
Yeah.
they're so like
Yeah.
they're a vibe. I literally love them.
I'm literally wearing glasses that are just for fashion.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I don't need glasses.
Yeah.
And I've always loved that look. Like, these are actually sunglasses, but they've got like the
Very
tiniest,
tiny.
Yeah, tiniest tint. So I just wear them as like day-to-day glasses.
There's a sense of security, I feel like, as well, when you don't feel your best or you're a little bit tired, the eyes are a little bit puffy, like
Yeah.
having glasses on, it's another layer to
It's a
kind
shield.
of just, it's like a
Well,
safety
that's
thing for me.
interesting.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite to that.
Really?
Like, my glasses have always made me feel less like powerful, less cool, less everything.
well, do you feel like people are looking at you more?
Yeah, like I look a bit nerdy, like I'm not quite
but
polished
nerdy-
enough. Yeah.
Nerdy's in, look at me wearing dungarees. No one was friends with the
whole
kid at school in
vibe.
dungarees.
No,
but
they
now,
weren't.
look.
Now she's
Yeah,
a cool
so-
kid.
Mew.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm going to take your energy forward. I'm going to
Yeah.
have my
Do
glasses
it.
powerful. I've seen some really cool ones that I want to buy. I tend to get like the smaller ones so they're a bit more, not that obvious that you're
Yeah.
wearing them. But now I think I'm going to go full.
Go bold.
Yeah.
I've
bold
always been
glasses.
chunky, oversized girl, but I have to like say Sabrina Carpenter like influenced me massively to go into the round sort
Yeah.
of
Kind of oval shape.
almost, you know, that the receptionist from Monsters Inc.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Oskowski. She has these little glasses, but they are actually cool.
Yeah, they are
now.
cool.
You want that
Probably
shape.
they might not like age that well. Probably in a year we'll all be like, that was weird. But you can't go wrong with chunky, oversized like
No,
what you've
I
got.
can't. I've had these for about 5 years. So
Yeah,
like
they're
such
timeless.
like classic shape.
Yeah, lush.
So yeah, go with the glasses.
I will.
Olivia, what are you loving at the moment?
We're staying very health and wellness orientated, I feel.
Yeah.
Because this morning, my arse cheek is still stinging a little bit. Don't worry, let me finish the sentence. I am back on my NED injection.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
but
love those.
you've done it yourself.
I do it myself. So I buy the NAD from like a legitimate company online, and then it comes in a little vial, and I put the syringe in, I draw it out, and then I self-inject.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I do know you can get them now in a pen, the
Yeah,
same
you
way
can
like
get
a
them,
weight loss injection would come.
like an Ozempic pen.
Yeah.
and
I
you
get
can
on
just-
fine with the vial because then you can alter the dose. It's one of those things, right? The science is there for NAD. It's like a molecule. And as we age, we produce less of it. So by increasing your stores of it, it's meant to help with like feeling revitalized, aging, recovery. It's one of those things I feel like I have felt really well in the last few months. Touch wood. And my schedule's crazy and I've been coping fine with it. And there's probably loads of other things that I do for recovery, but people always go, how do you feel? And it's one of those things you never really know,
You don't know if it's a placebo or
Yeah.
whether it's actually the injection.
I'm at that kind of stage of it.
working.
I'm throwing everything at the wall and see what sticks.
Hoping it
Yeah,
works.
there's a lot of supplements. There's an Oura Ring going. I'm having
When
a
you're
go.
doing
Me
wellness,
too.
you're really doing wellness.
There's salmon sperm in the face. It's like just give it to us. Have a go.
How often are
So
you having these injections?
The company I buy it from, they give you like an instruction on how to do it. So I think it's the first 3 days of a course. You kind of do it every day. And then I do it like every second or third day. So it's a couple of times a week.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times a week. Like, it stings a little bit.
Yeah.
If you've had polynucleotides or you've had skin boosters and you know that feeling when it first goes in, it just stings.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that, but it's bearable.
That's
I mean,
more
the
manageable
needle,
in your bum, surely, than in your face. So.
when you say needle, it's literally like as fine as a hair.
Yeah,
really?
so tiny.
It's tiny.
Yeah.
You've
that.
talked about feeling better. I thought people were taking it to like look younger, but are you doing it more of like a...
I'm going to be honest with you, it's both.
Okay.
External youth, the way you look, there's so many things that play a part in that. And I don't think this can hurt, but I don't think it's like a youth elixir that's going to like, if you've got sun damage or skin damage, it's not going to undo it.
No. Yeah.
So for me, it was a feeling, tiredness. Everyone feels just depleted towards the end of the year. And in December, I was feeling, I was just walking through sand constantly. So it was a bit of both for me. And I have felt good.
Yeah. I've had the injection. And
you have?
Yeah, just like I've gone to a clinic. It's been put in my arm.
And anything?
And I felt great.
Yeah.
I love a drip as well.
Oh,
like
me
a B12.
I've never had a drip.
Oh my gosh, so good. Like I genuinely think they work rather than it being a placebo. Like,
because it's giving you
just
vitamins, nutrients.
that's
whatever.
it.
You just have
for
to
energy.
be careful where you get your drips, not because of anything necessarily bad, but some of these like mass companies that do drips, when they do the research into them, it's almost like a bag of salt water. Like you can just go and, do you know what I mean? Like you need to know that you've got like the really high quality vitamins. You just need to basically look where you're going, that they source, because it's pharmaceutical. They need to source it well to have a good quality. Otherwise, it's not going to do anything to you, but it's also not going to make any difference.
Yeah, you're paying for it.
You're
You're
sitting there for 45
that's it.
minutes.
They're not cheap.
No, they're not cheap.
Daylight going into.
Yeah.
I this weekend basically started watching a new show called 0 Day.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
And it's on Netflix.
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
Oh, I keep seeing the advert for this.
Oh my gosh, I'm only I think 3 episodes in, but it is incredible. It's basically about cyber hacking in America. It's one of those shows that you watch and you think, oh my gosh, this could happen really imminently. America gets cyber hacked basically. Everything goes down only for a minute, and the devastation that it causes in that 1 minute, and then it's kind of
It's like a thriller.
Yeah.
Are you like on the edge of your seat?
Yeah, completely.
I
And
might need to watch
people
that.
that you think are good or bad, and you're like, when are they going to get found out? But like I said, I'm only 3 episodes in, but I can't wait.
You're enjoying?
Enjoy it. One of the ones that it's all up. That's what I do love. I do love a binge on
Yeah, me
Netflix.
too.
Like, as much as I love Apple, I'm like waiting there every week for like a new show to come out. I'm like, I don't watch TV like this anymore.
I'm really bad. I think it's a bit of an ADHD thing, but I have a really bad habit of just watching the same things over and over again.
Yeah.
I have to psych myself up to start something new.
Really?
Yeah, which is crazy because I make TV for a living, and it's like I'm constantly like, people watch my new show, and then I'm like, but not me, I couldn't. Like, good for you if you can,
Could be
but,
me.
but I'm like, let me know how it goes.
What do you watch over and over again?
The US Office, I've easily watched it from start to finish.
Yeah.
I mean, like a Disturbed 20 times probably.
That's
No
Genuinely.
way.
Friends the same.
I mean, I've watched Friends a lot.
Superstore. Have you ever watched
I love
that?
Superstore.
I didn't know what that was.
People sleep on that.
I know,
America
it's
Ferrera.
America Ferrera.
American sitcom comedies.
Yeah.
Frasier. Like old
Yeah.
school.
Oh, yeah, so old school.
Like, you know, it's like wallpaper,
Yeah,
background
yeah.
noise.
Yeah.
It's like comfort noise. Like, yeah, that's
And you just know what's happening,
Yeah,
but
you
you
know.
don't need
and
to
you, and
be
you get
like-
a laugh out of it, but you don't need to be locked in. You can
Yeah.
be scrolling and like in your rotting zone. And just like, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Good Sunday telly.
Yeah, for sure.
Before we move on, please can I get all of you to subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast? It really helps us out and we get to continue making great content like this. Right, ladies, we are moving on to things that we mustn't miss. Liv, I'm going to start with you. Anything you've got coming up that we need to know about?
You mustn't miss. It's a
Yeah.
perfect opportunity to tell you guys. In just a few days' time, so
Yeah.
Sunday, 2nd of March, I have a new radio show.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We are going live for the first time on Sunday at 2 p.m.
Yeah.
It's called the Sunday Roast. See what we did there?
On
On
I love a
Kiss.
Sunday roast. Okay,
And
Kiss.
it's me and my long-term friend Pete Wicks.
Oh,
So fun.
we love Pete. What's it about?
So the Sunday Roast, essentially, you know, Kiss Radio, the heart of it is music. So that is the heart of obviously our show. And then around that, we're going to do pop culture. We're going to do catching up on our week. And then there'll be a roast element.
Yeah.
So if you're familiar with the roast concept,
Yeah.
you know, where people roast each other and take the mick out of each other, that is very much the basis of mine and Pete's friendship. We're basically mean to each other and then we call it a joke. So we will be probably roasting each other.
That's what I was going to say. You roasting each other or listeners calling
Both.
in?
There's going to be a mixture.
Yeah.
We're going to have guests, celeb guests, friends guests. Over
gonna
the coming
roast
weeks.
them?
We're going to attempt to, yeah.
Love it.
We need to. We're going to just take it easy in the beginning, so we want people to come on our show.
Yeah,
don't be
that's
too
it.
proud,
So
too
people are going to be scared
Yeah.
to come on if they're like, oh my gosh, they're going to annihilate me.
No, literally. The Brits are on Saturday.
Yes.
This coming Saturday, and our first show is Sunday.
Oh.
So we are going in hot and hungover.
Yes,
So I was
the
going to say,
Brits.
so you're going to the Brits.
It was
and
an
then you've got to-
intentional decision that everyone at Kiss thought it would be really funny to have us do our first radio show hanging at our asses.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, please pray for us and our careers. Because this is like this is both of our first real step into radio. I've
Yeah.
been obviously a guest, but hosting, you know, we've been doing a lot of podcasts, obviously a lot of telly, and I just was feeling greedy. I was like, there's one area of
Yeah, I love it.
You're
there's
like,
one area of
what
podcasting
else?
I haven't invaded yet.
Yeah.
So yes, and it's nice to do it with a friend, I think.
Yeah,
'Cause everything I do is
definitely.
on my own. All my shows and all my podcasts and everything are it's me, myself and I.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to do something with someone else.
Yeah, have Pete to bounce
Yeah.
off. And, oh, I love that.
Are you nervous about the live element of the radio and your show and like saying anything naughty?
People keep saying you and Pete just swear constantly. So
You're not allowed to swear, I'm guessing.
No,
Okay.
no swearing on radio,
Right.
and you know, kind of, you have to keep it quite PG because it's the thought that it could be on in the car, when
Yeah,
someone's
with
driving with their
kids.
kids and
Yeah.
things. So yes, that is going to be interesting. I do have this segment on my brain that I can like activate because I do loose women.
Yeah.
So there's something that comes over me when we go live on loose. So I'm like, okay, keep it clean, keep it out of the gutter, no swear words. So my mum's
got
always
that.
like, you can not
No, do
swear when
not
you
swear,
want to.
yeah.
You just choose. And I'm like, well, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
guess
weird.
you're
Like
right.
I've already sworn a couple of times since I've been here, just by accident. But just want to jinx myself. But on loose, I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
So I just hope it has the same feeling.
Yeah.
The only thing about radio that I always felt when I'm a guest is there's something, because you're in this booth, this studio, it doesn't feel live.
No.
There's something about live telly where you very much feel the liveness. There's an audience, there's a 3, 2, 1, there's a red light. I don't know. I think Pete and I, over that 2 to 5 o'clock period, we're going to have to remind ourselves that
People
we are live
listening.
the whole time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very
Pray for
easily
us.
forgettable. We will pray for you. You'll be fine. Maya, what else mustn't we miss?
I normally say something that SheerLuxe has done at this point, but I actually want to talk about getting filthy rich.
Oh my God, please.
Because
Let's promo more of my shit. This is great.
I am obsessed.
Thank you.
And I just have so many questions.
Hit me.
Number one, when you're there holding the phone, offering to film for them, are they doing it literally in front of you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, and you're watching the whole shebang,
Yeah.
inside and out. Wow. How do you feel in that moment?
I'm as close normally to the contributors like as I am to you. When
Really?
they do it. Yeah. Because quite often, we're filming in people's houses, so the spaces aren't big.
Yeah.
Like someone's bedroom, we're working, we've got sometimes 2 or 3 cameras, it's tight.
Yeah, and you're all kind
that
of
was no
crammed
pun
in there.
It's close up and personal.
How long did it take you to get over the awkwardness or the fear factor, or you didn't care from day one?
Do you know what? I had to say, I think the reason the show, I hope, one of the reasons it works, I am just genuinely quite an unawkward person. I feel quite comfortable in most situations. I love meeting new people. I love people that are provocative and they do things that are outside the box and things that I could never do myself. But I take so much
Pleasure
inspiration from
that.
that. You just unapologetically living how you want to live. So there's an element of that. I think I've become more slick in the way I deal with things in terms of probably from my more things that the viewer wouldn't know, like my team, because I think the first couple of times I watched someone performing some kind of sexual act in front of me, I think my mind just went blank. And obviously that there's a lot of things that need to happen in quite a short amount of time. I need to ask the questions that I need to ask. I need to make sure I'm in frame. I'm not just stepping out of their shot. So I think that now I can focus more, whereas I think the first couple of times I was just
mesmerised.
And they're just behind the camera, relax, shut your mouth, come on, you're meant to be narrating this for the audience. So I think in that sense I've got better. But I think there's that element. I think when people always say to me, how do you do it? That there's so many things going through my mind in that moment, apart from just what I'm seeing. I'm thinking whatever they're doing might only last a few minutes. I can't ask them to redo it. I need to make sure I ask the right questions. I narrate.
Are you formulating all of your questions whilst the act is going on, or have you pre-prepared some already?
We pre-prepare scripts of general things that we know we want to get from each person we meet. What are the bare basics that we need to know? What's different about their story? My casting team are amazing. They do pre-calls with them and learn things about them. And then a lot of it, as I'm there, I always just try to imagine, what would I ask if I was at home on the sofa? What's the question you're going to ask the telly? And that's normally the way I approach my interviews. And then, like you say, there's human nature that when you feel uncomfortable, you want to giggle.
Yeah.
And sometimes a little one slips out. But on the whole time, I am thinking, this is someone that has literally trusted me to come into their space with a camera team. They don't know me. They don't know my producers for Adam.
Yeah.
I have to treat that with respect to the most of my ability. I have to, and that's always at the forefront of my mind.
Yeah, I mean,
you wouldn't want someone to laugh at you.
No,
not
it's
at
your profession,
all.
and you're already. I mean, that is the most vulnerable someone could possibly be.
Yeah,
and then I think I have fun with the contributors, and I think that's the difference. And there's a very fine line because my approach is always I'm silly. I laugh at everything. I make jokes about everything, but it's never I think at anyone's expense. We are and I have a lot of time with these people off camera, and they get my vibe. I kind of get where I can go with someone in terms of the sense of humour. But it's a great job. It's honestly.
I have one more question about it as well. What is the most outrageous scene that you have been in that's been filmed?
I think for a lot of people, this series, because we did the grannies.
Yeah,
and
I was
the
just
MILFs.
about to say that. Me and my husband watched it last night, that episode, and we sat on the sofa, and he was honestly like this. The whole time.
There's
he
something.
couldn't look up.
So this is the Christian worker that is now
Yes.
70-year-old. She used to be a Christian worker.
Devout Christian,
and
basically
now-
didn't have sex a large chunk of her life, and now she's full-time in sex work in her 70s. and she's an icon. We absolutely love her. She was on This Morning the other week.
Really?
She's a great gal. Actually, weirdly, that I think for me, one of the ones that was visually, series 2, we did a BDSM episode, and we had a guy, and he dressed up in like latex pink dress, and he had like a butt plug in, and she was like marching him around the room. It was like visually, it was wild.
Yeah, it just looked a lot.
Yeah, it looked a lot.
It was
and he was like this real like strapping young guy came in, like just everything I was expecting, I was like, whoa.
It's like the reverse.
Yeah,
just
it's just very interesting.
Situation.
Yeah, when you learn people's like fetishes and kinks they have behind closed doors, if people ever look like they'd have a certain fetish, but it's people you'd never expect.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Yeah, definitely.
They've got the money to
and
go
now
and
I
do
walk
something
down
crazy.
the road and I look at people.
Yeah, you must.
And you're
I'm
like
completely
picturing,
perverted. Like on the tube, I'll be like looking at people and like, I wonder what your
thing is.
Yeah. Maybe they don't have one, but it's made me think like
you're just writing this whole story for them whilst they're just trying to get from like
I
Piccadilly
come home and I'm like to Brad, are you sure you don't like feet? And he's like, I've been with you like 10 years. Obviously, if I like feet, I'd touch
like
your
you'd
feet.
know about it by now.
Are you sure you don't want to dress up as a girl? And he's like, I'm sure, but thank you for checking for the 18th time this week. Because I'm just like, there must be something.
Tell me what your kink is. How did you convince him to get in his Harry Potter outfit?
Blindside him.
I love
he
that.
just comes home from training and I'm like, he pulls up in the driveway. I'm like, roll cameras. And then I'm like, babe, in all fairness to Brad,
He probably expects it now.
he expects it and he's very supportive.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like something he's like trying to do, on camera. Like, I'm sure he gets a lot of shit from his teammates for some of the stuff that I make him do.
I do wonder that because
does,
football banter is.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big roasting.
Oh, we saw you on
right
ITV last night looking like an absolute dickhead. Like, but he is very in it with me. He's very supportive. Those little scenes in between, the viewers really love that.
Yeah.
And that gives the documentary a completely different feel. And yeah, he's good. He's a great sport. He's super laid back. He doesn't take himself very seriously. I know Brad. I know and I also know where not to go with it.
Yeah.
I know his boundaries.
Yeah, you know the line.
You'd not get him in the pink latex.
Oh no, we're about 5 episodes, 5 series away from that.
Series.
Oh my gosh, bless it.
But the whole series is now on ITVX.
Yeah.
The series 1, 2, and 3 are all on X now, so you can binge.
Have a little binge. The perfect way to watch TV, in my opinion. I am going to talk about. It's been London Fashion Week has just happened. I mean, it's the last day today, technically, when we're filming, but it's been on all weekend. We have done some really great content over the weekend. I was there on Friday. So what I love about SheerLuxe, we have a really big fashion team. So we kind of like all split it up and do different days. I did Friday. Lou and Sapna did yesterday. Charlotte did Thursday night, actually, and then Charlotte's also going to the Burberry show this evening. But you were at New York Fashion Week recently, weren't you?
Yeah, so I haven't actually done anything for London because I was in New York and then I flew back and then I was basically playing catch up. So I've been following London on Insta and looking. But New York
check
was
out all
great.
of the SheerLuxe content.
Oh, I did actually had a look on the way in.
It's really great.
New York, New York's just, it's New York, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, I love that city and I hadn't been for years and I was just, the minute I landed, there's just a buzz there.
Yeah.
And I feel that we have great fashion in London, of course, but people are really brave in New York.
They are.
You see, people, they're not afraid to take risks and to own it. And the whole city just has a buzz.
I know. And how did you were at the Tory batch though?
I did, yeah.
How did this come about?
Tory extended the invite and I was there with bells on. I was like, try and stop me.
You were like,
I was literally not there because if you look on my Instagram, I posted this, someone tagged me. I basically nearly slipped on ice going
I saw
in.
that.
Oh my God, no, you did not.
Those
little pumps.
Do you know what? This girl messaged me on Instagram and she goes, Liv, she goes, this is karma for you you're not a pumps girl. You are a 100mm So Kate girl.
Yeah,
and I was like, do you know what? That wouldn't have happened in So Kate.
Yeah.
So I'm in the pump, I'm in a heel this big and nearly go arse over tip, but I luckily luckily I didn't. I get in there. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was great. Martha Stewart was there. Sierra. I mean, there were so many great people to watch. And I just felt, I was like, little old me, what's going on? The whole collection is I would take everything.
Yeah, I mean, I love the dress that you had on.
Photos.
That was a really great lilac, that colour.
That hoop dress, a really iconic piece for them. So I felt very privileged to wear that. And I braved the elements for it. I was ready. I was like, let's do this.
I know.
Hypothermia, who is she?
Yeah, who is she? I don't know her. It's fine. I am interrupting the podcast chat for a second to let you know that we are giving away Sarah Chapman facial and skincare bundle worth over £300 to one lucky listener. All you have to do is comment below, give us a review wherever you listen to your podcasts, and we will pick a winner at random. We'll be doing regular giveaways to all of our vodcast listeners, so please stay tuned for what's to come. We'll reveal the winner next week on our socials. Good luck. We are going to move on to favourite celebrity moment of the week.
Love this. I love a bit of pop culture gossip. Let's go.
This will be because you'll have it on the new show as well, won't you?
Yes.
You have a little section.
And I'm not going to have to really run that segment because Pete doesn't literally know what's going on. Like, he doesn't read like any like news apps. Or I'll be like, oh my God, Blake Lively. And he's like, what? Who? I'm like, oh my God, granddad.
What has your favourite celeb moment been of the week, Maya?
They're not favourite celeb moments of the week. They're just moments. One, I feel really sad for Justin Bieber. I feel like everyone is giving him a hard time. They've now come out and again saying he's on hard drugs, he's on a slippery slope.
He's had to deny it.
He looked really tired, didn't he, at Hailey's
He's a
event.
new dad.
He's just had a baby.
The baby is like 6 months old.
Do you think he's doing nights, Nana?
Well,
I think
I'm
he's
sure
probably got.
He's not getting up changing that baby. Come on.
I know, but
she's probably not even getting up changing the baby.
He probably is a night nurse, but like.
Well, what do you think? Do you think he's on hard drugs?
No, I don't. I think he could be. Like, it looks like he's medicated to some level. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean it's drugs like that.
Like
kind.
party drugs.
Yeah, he obviously looks like he looks like he's going through something.
Yeah,
like this guy has been under like public scrutiny
since he was 13.
Yeah, like he's never lived a normal life. Like, you imagine even just getting out your house to go and get a coffee is a whole operation. Yeah. Like at some point, it's gonna take its toll.
100%. I couldn't agree more.
There's a lot there, and I think he's been
everyone
open.
needs to just step back a little bit.
He's had his issues. Like, he's shared them. I think he's probably just needs a bit of space.
Yeah.
But we don't do that. I mean, we're talking about it now because we're interested, because we love him. But it's like, that's what, Hollywood does. When someone looks like they're falling apart, everyone just zones in like vultures.
And it just fuels the whole thing.
Hard, yeah.
And it's really...
I hope he's fine, because I am a believer.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I really want him to tour, so...
Yeah.
Get back.
Come back. I know, I actually saw his last tour, which... he wasn't having the best time then.
I think he always goes through it, doesn't he? There's always something.
Yeah.
And he obviously has his mental health problems that he's admitted to, etc. And he has admitted in the past to coping with drugs and alcohol when he lost Hailey the first time and before he came back to her.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's the sort of person that would be like, I'm not taking drugs, guys. But like, he literally is... like, I'm not. I'm a dad.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get my life together. Leave me alone. Sad.
I do feel like he would be quite a hard person to date. I think she's probably... it's not for the weak. I think
she said he had to... that was the whole reason, like, the breakup. She was like, he really had to work on himself and fix himself before they could, like, actually be together. And full credit to them, it's obviously working.
Well, Daily Mail says otherwise.
I know, but
and they're always right.
This is so stupid. I refuse to believe the Daily Mail that Jen and Ben were breaking up, and then when it actually happened, I was like, oh,
heartbroken.
They were right.
I have this strange relationship with like showbiz media, because when something's written about me that's like not true or twist the truth, I'm like, oh, eye roll. But anything else about anyone else is Bible truth.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I literally experience it firsthand.
Yeah, and you know.
But then I don't take a pinch of salt at all when I consume other people's gossip. Like, I'm straight there consuming it when I'm like, I know what it's like to be on the other end.
Yeah.
It's a very weird thing.
Oh no, I'm like,
I love the tea.
Yeah.
I want it to be true. Yeah. Like, that's why I don't really ever dispute much about myself, because I'm like, I want people to enjoy it.
Talk about me. I love it.
Yeah. I'm like the complete opposite. I refuse to believe it until you've put like
hard cynical,
like hard facts in front of me.
You're like, back it up, receipts,
timeline. I'm like, all of it. I'm like, till I see that. not believing it.
I've got another one, a celebrity thing. Are they celebrities, aren't they? I suppose in this movie,
I mean,
they're
there's
famous.
Kind of,
They've got a lot of airtime on every podcast possible. You've definitely spoken about them before. Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips.
I feel like I can't escape these two. Everywhere I go. Well, I know what you're going to go on to say, the recent media.
Yeah.
To me, it's rage bait.
Yeah.
And it's all, I'm just like,
just take a step back.
You say your point.
I wouldn't have brought them up purely just off the back of all of the
what they've been
media,
doing.
what they're doing with all the lines of men, etc. I feel like we've talked about it till we're blue in the face. I'm kind of bored of it.
Yeah.
But last week they both faked pregnancies for publicity, and that blew my mind.
Yeah.
Like,
It's insane.
I think it's
sick.
absolutely
insane.
sick. So think of any women that are going through fertility problems.
A, that's
Like,
triggering for them, but B, like, I know why they're doing it. They want to get more famous and more clicks and more whatever, but like, what is in their head?
That is the thing that you think.
But
is
also, it's like the
gonna-
crossover between pregnancy and like adult content. It's all just,
It's actually quite
murky.
gross.
Yeah,
that thing.
I think like like we said, rage bait. It's anything that you say to inject something new into the algorithm because, like you say, the kind of 1,000 guys a day line now has been peddled for a few months. There needs to be a new.
There needs to be something else. That's it.
And the problem is, we all fall for it.
Yeah,
I know.
Well, here we are.
Yeah,
I know. Here we are talking about it again.
It was like
I don't want to feel the
everyone-
fire.
I know,
but
and
you
it
know,
was
I
like
know.
in like I had it in some of like my girl group chats.
Yeah.
Like people were talking about it, and obviously it was like, oh my gosh, is it one of the men? Obviously that they slept with and things like you've got
But
this
did you
whole,
believe it for a second? I definitely didn't.
What that they were pregnant?
Lily Phillips had a bump.
Yeah, it's fake. It was
Which
a
is
fake
a-
bump.
Yeah.
She said her statement from whatever her comms team was, in her her career and her profession, she has to role play. And this was just another element of that. But I feel like that's just backpedaling. You've come on to try and do one up on Bonnie Blue, and
They
it's
wanted
backfired.
people to get angry, and it's worked.
So did you always think neither of them are pregnant?
No.
Never.
yeah.
I would have more respect for them if they just lived their honest, true lives.
yeah.
It is the constant aggravating and poking people
Of
that I
people,
find
yeah,
and
very,
lying.
yeah. Anyway,
Nana, on to something hopefully a bit more lighter tone.
lighter toned. My favourite celeb moment of the week: Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. ASAP got acquitted for his firearm charges, thank God. So he's not facing 10 years in prison. I think that was the term, the sentence. But yeah, I loved how he literally leapt across the courtroom.
Yeah, that was
to
sweet.
like hug Rihanna when he was acquitted. I was like, they are just so in love. But I also, around that whole thing, I loved Rihanna shushing the reporters when they were outside the courtroom. So I was like,
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Well, because they were talking over.
yeah, like ASAP and his lawyer were trying to give a statement, and obviously everyone was like shouting and being very loud, and she was literally like, shh. I was like,
That's iconic.
iconic Rihanna energy.
They have each other's back,
Yeah,
don't they?
love that. And then she has also said in a recent interview that she's about to release her 9th album, which I know everyone is always like, where's the new music? And it's been on and on. So hopefully it does actually happen this year. But she said it's got no genre. So I don't know what we're going
I think
to...
that means like
does
a
that work?
collab album. Like there'll be a different person. There'll be a Taylor Swift, and then there'll be some rapper. I don't know.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah,
something
exactly.
like rock. Yeah, I don't know. I think she's just saying that. Like, no, it's not. It's not
just
R
keeping
and
it
B.
open.
It's not a pop album. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to expect. But
Interesting.
yeah, I love her so much.
Yeah, so do I. It's time for new music.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm ready. In our last segment, we are going to answer some burning questions from our lovely audience. So, number one, my partner's been offered a dream job abroad, but I love our life in the UK. How do I go about this?
What's the salary?
What's the relocation
Money
package?
talks.
Where is it sunny where you're going?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
honestly, that would be my
Like,
number
is it
one.
is it LA or is it like Alaska? Like, we need to know.
Yeah,
we need
whereabouts
to
abroad are we
temperature.
talking?
Yeah.
I'm quite like itchy feet. I would always be up for a relocation.
Yeah.
Like within reason. I think I'd love the opportunity to live somewhere else for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like just, one for the books.
How long are we thinking? Like,
This is
what's
what I
the
was.
commitment?
That's what I was going to say. I think my advice would be always try something because you never want to live with a what if. So what's the worst that happens? You go to this Alaska or LA, you don't like it, you get to come home, the UK is going nowhere.
Yeah.
Your life is going nowhere. Your friends and family will always
in the
be
bigger
here.
sense, the UK is going nowhere. So cut your losses.
Why are you here?
Get it when you can, girl. Like, seriously.
That's our advice. No. But it's not going anywhere. It'll always be here. And obviously, I always say we're the most connected we could ever be. So
yeah, true.
I know you're obviously going to miss your friends and family, but you've got FaceTime. I would always, what I said about the relocation package, get the company to put in some return flights back to the UK.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good negotiation tip.
Yeah, nice. She's thinking about, so she's thinking HR.
Yeah.
I'm literally like, this is what you need to do. So yeah, my advice would be to go.
Yeah,
and just
me too.
try it.
Agreed.
Yeah. I have a friend who always gets out of paying me back when I cover them.
God.
How do I say something without being offensive?
You don't say anything. You just send them the bill.
Oh, I'm terrible because I just don't ask. Because I just find the whole thing so awkward. You almost, I think it depends on how much they owe you. But if you've got a friend like that who takes advantage, you've got to cut your losses now.
Yeah.
And I say going forward, don't put yourself in a situation where you cover them.
Yeah.
Like, you slide them the card reader and be like, it's your half. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
if you know
yeah.
someone is notorious for not
Paying you back.
then just don't put yourself in a situation where you have to chase them.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I hate that, like that, creating admin for yourself because someone hasn't got manners.
Yeah. I also hate owing people money.
Oh, same.
Yeah, it's
like,
horrible, yeah.
it's the worst feeling. Like,
That's
any
insane
of
to
my
me.
friends,
Like, I feel like I couldn't sleep a night.
No,
It
I
goes
couldn't.
on, like,
I can't even
£2.
like owe the taxman money. Like, literally, I'm like, oh god.
Depending on how close you are with them, you could check that they're not in financial difficulty in a way. You could approach it in a soft way.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is everything
Yeah.
okay?
Is there a problem?
Yeah.
There's a reason why do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it depends on how close you are with them, because finances and talking about them is icky stuff.
It's like I always buy the concert tickets in our group, and I'm so forgetful at being
Do I
like.
do this? I like to treat my friends, to be fair. It's nice to be
don't.
able.
I was like, I'm joking. I'm like, pay me back. No, I
You're like, if you're listening, you owe me.
Nana's like, no,
Justin Bieber,
I'm sorry, bad
2004.
memory.
There's Usher, there's Beyonce, there's Kendrick. And I was like, it's fine.
And you're like, and it's collecting interest.
You need a spreadsheet, Nana.
got
Stop paying for them.
No, I do.
I'm also awful because I have, this is my own internalized issue because everyone does it. I hate especially if everyone's been drinking and it gets really fumbly, the fumble for splitting the bill at a big dinner.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
I
gosh,
always be the
that is-
hero and
yeah.
go, let's put it on mine because
I'm
I
a bit
can't
like
bear
that.
to watch this.
Yeah.
And then I'll be moaning a bit, oh, everyone just takes the piss out of me. And they're like, yeah, but you literally fighting.
You like
You paid for
offered.
dinner.
You offered to pay. We just all stood back.
Because they all go, well, I'm very drunk so hard. I'm like, oh, make it stop.
I'm really annoyed at the moment because I'm that person that's like, oh, I'm not drinking because I'm training for the marathon. So I'm like,
Shit, babe, so I was
So you don't go, yeah, don't worry, I'll pay it.
Yeah, because you're like, you guys are racking up
I'm
your
like,
money. Yeah.
Literally, you guys have had like 5 bottles of wine. I'm here on my sparkling water. I'm not
Yeah,
paying for
it's-
that.
yeah, that's
Like,
right.
Yeah, unless it's like a birthday, then I'm just like,
No, that's
fine,
fair. I don't think
but-
people that are drinking should ever have to pay on drinking. That's not
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, I just can't wait to drink again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is also very good advice. Last night, I grabbed my boyfriend's hoodie off the chair, put it on, and felt something in his pocket. It was a receipt for a fancy dinner. The date, a night he told me that he was working late. I asked him about it, and he casually said it was just a work dinner with a colleague. I wanted to believe him until I saw her Instagram story.
So she's the colleague.
She's the colleague.
Right.
She was wearing his hoodie. Am I overreacting, or is this a major red flag?
Where do you work and why are you wearing a hoodie to
I
work?
was about to say, thank God for like male-dominated football because I don't have this issue. Everyone that Brad works with is a man, pretty much. Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I'm a jealous Taurus, so
Me
I'm.
too.
Oh,
I'm a jealous Taurus.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm trying to find a line to walk here that's more normal, but I would not be okay with anyone wearing Brad's hoodie.
Yeah.
I'm barely okay with him holding the door open for women.
I am
Like,
the exact
I don't
same.
care if she's got hypothermia. She shivers. You do not give her your fucking shit. Like, under no circumstances.
Don't you want him to be like chivalrous to everyone? No.
Just the one woman.
Brad is a gentleman, but I'm like,
Okay,
there's
so
a
it's
level.
a red flag. How does she address it? With
I would have a
him?
conversation. I'd probably try and actually get him in a bad situation. I'd try and catch him out.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, you with your colleague, were you on Tuesday? where did you eat? Oh,
yeah,
who was it?
which colleague?
Yeah.
But
How
that's
is
a- yeah,
he?
see if he lies.
You see if he lies.
Oh, okay.
If it's
trap.
don't worry, you don't know them, I'd be like...
And also, like, who is this? Does he need to be doing extracurricular dinners with her? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
is she a boss? Or what's the reason that you were having dinner outside of office hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, working late. And then how did she end up with your hoodie on?
Don't
Why
like
is she
it.
posting about it?
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, yeah. Okay. Well, good
We've
luck.
not been helpful, sorry.
Just got two very jealous people over here that would handle it.
Best of luck, though, with that.
This is our last one. I am looking to get into skincare. Where do I start?
Olivia,
Just
you take
a
it away. You've got
huge-
impeccable skin.
Don't overcomplicate it. Like, you genuinely don't need, and I don't have, a 10-step routine. Like,
Yeah.
so that's the first thing I'd say. If you've got the money or the resource to do so, I'd say try and find a good esthetician, dermatologist to give you just a consultation, even if you just do it once, just so you know you're using the right products for your skin. And just a basic, don't sleep in your makeup, sun cream, 50 every day. I never leave the house without factor 50.
Out of your treatments that you've had done, like as in skin, what do you think is the one thing that makes the most difference?
It's always like a collaborative thing, I think. There's a few things I like. I love Botox. I don't think you can go wrong with Botox. You have to look after your skin for Botox to be worth it. But I think especially when you get into your 30s, it just gives you that lift. I did something called...
You don't look like you've had... Well, not that I can tell when people have had Botox.
Are you joking?
but-
Is it worn off? Cut this fucking podcast.
She needs a Botox appointment stat.
Because I want to look like I've had it. Are you joking? It comes under different brand names, but the brand name that I went to is called Photo Fabulous. Essentially, it's an IPL laser. So
Okay.
it's 2 laser heads, but it comes under different names, BBL, Photo Fabulous. But there's a go over your face with an IPL laser, which targets like your red, like broken veins, capillaries. Then they go over the Resurfex, which resurfaces. It stings like a motherfucker. Your face will be red on fire for like 10 to 20 minutes after the appointment. But that, I tell you what, I did a course of 4 or 5 before my wedding, and the day of my wedding, I had the face of a newborn baby.
Really?
It
Oh my
was
gosh,
like
no way.
the makeup just like, yeah, good quality laser done by someone who knows what they're doing.
Okay.
Wow.
That's good too.
Yeah, game changer.
I don't have problematic skin. I don't have a problem with like,
You've got great
acne
skin.
or whatever. But I would say when I don't have makeup on, it's not like even. I have redness and like...
You'd enjoy that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd enjoy that.
Okay.
This week on my podcast, I've got Mitchell, Makeup by Mitchell, Mama
Yes,
Mitchell. So we
yeah.
talked about all things makeup. And
Yeah.
we did a bit of skincare actually, because he loves the Botox and he loves the skincare stuff. So it's a great episode actually for talking about makeup and skin.
Yeah.
And he's very interesting. I mean, he's done amazing.
Yeah,
Like
so
what he's
good.
built is
Yeah.
incredible, yeah.
Amazing.
He's a doll.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us.
Such a joy.
Thank you,
girls.
Maya, as well. That was some really great chat. Hope you have all enjoyed that. And once again, please do subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast, and we will see you next week.